Hello my lovely students, how are you today? Hope that everything is fine with you, that you are good, that you learning a little bit or more, and that you, I really hope that you understand our video lessons over YouTube. So for you, for today, I prepare a short revision just to make review what we learned the last lessons and what is the most important that you must remember from previous lessons and from this unit. So we will continue with our own classes, and when we have next class, feel free to ask me anything, and if there's something not clear for you, just ask me and I will repeat and explain one more time. Let's continue with this unit. This unit was about people long ago. We were speaking about some things what happened in the past, about America, about some things what is important for America like a country. So the first thing what you need to know is change. So change means that what happens when something becomes different. So we have change when something or some city or some community, or when time is passing, we have changes. You remember that we were speaking how it was a long time ago, what kind of television people had, what kind of tools they had like 20 years before, and we spoke as well like your life before 3 years and 1 year it was not the same. So it's happened some change. Last year you were first grade, now you're second grade, and so on. So just be aware, change is something happen when it's something that happens when something becomes different. Okay, next one. History as well, it's connected, something is connected with past, with something that was before, and history study things that happened in the past. So remember, history is study of things that happened in the past. Okay, we were speaking about colony, about how American country become. And I'm sure that you remember this. Colony is a place that's ruled by another country. I'm sure that you remember that English people came from America and sailed with ship Mayflower to North America, and at the beginning this place was English colony. That's why we have independence. The freedom, independence is the freedom of people to choose their own government. You remember, I will clarify one more time this. You remember that in that time America was English colony and it was ruled by England. So American people wanted to have their own government, to have their own rights and to be free. So they fought for their freedom, and in this picture you can see the day of Constitution of America. As well, we were speaking about landmarks, about symbol of country and so on. So don't forget what's meaning of landmark. Landmark is the future that makes a location special and a place people can visit. So I will ask you, what is the landmark very special for Egypt? I'm sure that all of you know this. Landmark, actually very special location for Egypt, and all world know for this, is pyramids, Giza and Cairo. Okay, just be aware of this. What is important for me to know? What is past, present and future. We will speak about this, what means the time before. Past is time before, something was happening yesterday, 10 days ago, 1 century, century ago. So past what can be 1 week ago, month ago, 10 years, century, like million years. It's our past. Present is everything what is happening at this moment or these days. So this is our present. Our present, that we have online school these days, that we have some problems, not just us, with, I mean all world, and future is the time yet to come. So we hope that in future will come soon and that we will not have these kind of problems anymore. So future is everything what is going to be after 10 days, after 1 day, after 1 day it's close future, after 10 days, 1 week, 1 month, 10 years. So we often speak what we are going to do, what we're going to be, and I'm sure that some of you thinking, oh, how it's going to be. That is the future when we start to think, how it's going to be in some time, after some time. So I hope that you will have very nice future, and that our close future will be after 15 days in school. You remember that we spoke about diagram, about family, about and we resolved one practice in your practice book about family tree, when you had answers and questions about father, grandparents, who is the younger member of family. Just to remind you one more time, the diagram is picture that shows that parts of something. So we have family tree, and this diagram show part of our family, actually of some family. Okay, this is clear for you, I'm sure. And we have lesson about early America. Again, to repeat, history is study of things that happened in the past. We had colony, is the place that is ruled by another country. So in this case, America was ruled by by England. And settlers began traveling across the ocean to make a new home in North America. So settler is person who makes home in a new place so far from his home. Okay? And again, independence. Independence for American people is so important day. They have holiday, national holiday, connected with this day in history in the past. And independence is the freedom of people to choose their own government. Why? Because in that time America was English colony and it's ruled by English king. So they didn't have any rights, they didn't have government, and they were in another country, it's not England. So they wanted to be free, and they chose their leaders for freedom to help them to finally get their rights and freedom. They wrote later Declaration of Independence, and Declaration said why the colonies should be free. It said that they were now states of new country, of the United States of America. And to remind you, this day was Congress made this statement, Declaration of Independence, 4 July 1776. And I'm sure that you remember this, that Americans choose their leader for freedom. I remember that most of you write notes in your copybook about this lesson. And to remind you once again, in that time they had two leaders, General George Washington, and he helped Americans to fight against the English soldiers. And later George Washington became first president of USA, and American people consider him like father of nation. And we have Thomas Jefferson. Why Thomas Jefferson is so important? Because Thomas Jefferson helped to write the Declaration of Independence. Heritage is the tradition and values passed on by the people who lived before us. From this lesson we have landmark, Landmark is the future that makes a location special. We spoke already about this. And we have memorial is something people create to remember a person or an event. We have lesson about heroes and holidays. We already mentioned George Washington, so yes, American people consider him like a hero. They celebrate him, they make a monument in his honor. They celebrate one day in year, like his birthday. It's President's Day. We have Neil Armstrong. He's still alive. He's the first person who walked on moon. He discovered a new space, a new planet, a new. He made really something very important for this country, and that's why we have American flag on moon. And we have Dr. Martin Luther King, American as well, consider him like a national hero. Why? Because he fought for equality. He helped that African Americans in that time got their rights and be equal with another Americans. So Neil Armstrong, George Washington, Dr. Martin Luther King. Holidays. We already spoke so much time about this. I'm sure that all of you know this date for July, Independence Day. And really in America it's such a big holiday. They make so big celebration, and really this is like a birthday for American people. Actually for America. They as well celebrate Constitution Day and President Day. Why? Because of George Washington, and another president was born the same date like George Washington, and as well he did a lot of things for American people. Actually American people love so much their presidents, so they make a President's Day like a national holiday. And why Abraham Lincoln? Because during the time of his rule of America, it was civil war, and he make country strong and to stay together and help them to finish as soon as possible with that war. Civil war in that time means that people from one part of country started war with people in another country. So he helped to this country stay together during this war. So my lovely children, that would be all from this unit, and thank you so much for your attention. If you have any questions, see you soon in our online session. Stay happy and stay healthy. Take care, and I wish you all the best. Bye.